What's up mga pre? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Tito Talks PH. Kung bago ka dito, my name is Henry and in this channel we talk about health, wealth, and relationship for Filipino men in their 40s and up. So if this is something na interesado ka or gusto mong panoodin, please consider subscribing to the channel. No? Now in this episode, we will be talking about OMAD. Pero, this is less of a lecture but more of yung experience ko with OMAD. No? Okay, so let's go ahead and start the episode. No? So, pero hindi ko alam kung nangyayari nito sa'yo, pero alam mo yung paggising mo, iniisip na agad ko nung kakainin mo for breakfast, for lunch, merienda, dinner. No? Hindi ko alam kung nangyayari sa'yo, pero ganun kasi ako dati. So normally yung buong day ko would a major part of it or part siya ng conscious mind ko was food. Lagi ko siyang iniisip. Especially galing ako sa BPO industry wherein yung kultura kasi doon is more about food. Maraming social events, maraming social gathering. Tapos mostly yung mga social gathering na yun either one in one way or another, may kainan yun sa dulo, no? So pero ngayon one meal a day na lang ako, right? Kasi bumalik na ako doon sa intermittent fasting protocol ko. And when I was doing this, initially medyo na-surprise ako, no? Kasi hindi ko alam kung kakayanin ko yung one meal a day, yung thought na hindi ba ako magugutom, right? Hindi ba bababa yung energy ko? Tapos paano yung work ko, di ba? Like, paano yun? Isang beses lang ako kumain. Would that work? Would I be able to sustain it, right? Pero ang na-surprise ako, one, hindi ako nagutom. Second, hindi bumaba yung energy ko. And obviously bumaba yung weight ko and mabilis, no? I think I lost around when I initially did this, way back, immediately I lost around 6 to 7 pounds, a couple of weeks. Partida wala pag-exercise, so mabilis siya. Relatively it was fast. So again, like do sa sinabi ko kanina, sa video na to, share ko yung journey ko with OMAD, yung fears ko, yung actual experience, kung paano mo rin to gagawin, no? Para hindi ka mag-struggle. Okay. So, really quick lang, ano yung OMAD? So, simple lang, it's one meal a day, meaning isang beses ka lang kakain sa buong araw. Usually within a 1 hour window. No? So, normally 23 hours kang naka-fast, tapos pagkakain ka, isang oras lang yun. Pero wait, bago ako mag-panic, this is not about starving yourself. No? It's not about that. It's about eating enough nutritious food, no? In one sitting para masustain mo yung buong araw mo. Right? So, that's what OMAD is in a nutshell. At yun yung pinaka-importanting dapat mong maintindihan before ka mag-start mag-OMAD. If you're considering doing that. So, nung una kong narinig yung OMAD, actually nabasa din, may napanood ako mga videos around it. Medyo natakot ako. Seryoso, yung alam mo yun, nag-worry ako simply because yung mga binanggit ko kanina. Di ba ako magugutom, paano ko yung sustain? Kasi kung isang araw lang, kaya yun right? Like isang araw, isang beses lang ako kumain. And it happens kahit hindi ka mag-isip ng OMAD, right? Like especially if you're in the corporate world, right? Daming meetings, back to back. Tapos, wala ka ng space para mag-lunch, right? Especially on rough days, yeah. Kaya yun. Pero paano pag pinag-usapan na natin tatlong araw, isang linggo, is that something na kayang gawin? Sustainable ba yun? So yun yung mga fears ko dati. Yun yung mga fears ko dati when I was trying to do OMAD, no? And pero you know what? Despite those fears, I decided to do it anyway. Right? One, Sobrang taba ko kasi, that's one. Second, nung time na yun, I just acquired or I just learned na meron akong type 2 diabetes, right? So, intermittent fasting wasn't something na optional for me. It wasn't something na, ano ba, gagawin ko or for vanity sake, di ba? For aesthetic lang. So, hindi siya ganun. It's more of um, a lifestyle switch simply because pinag-uusapan natin dito, or at least ako noong time na yun, was more on longevity, no? Para mapahaba pa yung buhay ko, that's one. And second, hindi naman enough na humaba lang yung buhay mo, especially pinag-uusapan din natin dito is the quality of life, no? At the end of it. So, I went an OMAD, right? I went an OMAD kasi sabi ko, alam mo yun, pag di kinaya, I'll think of something else. Pero I decided to do it anyway. So, first few days, medyo challenging, honestly. Pero hindi dahil sa gutom. Hindi siya dahil sa gutom. Mahirap kasi nasanay ako na laging kumakain. Right? Kasi nung una, before I went on intermittent fasting, and before ako nag-end sa OMAD, I went through a series of process which we will be discussing in a bit. Pero yun yung naging mahirap sa akin for the first few days. Kasi naalala ko one time, weekend nun, tapos kinain ko na yung meal ko around 4, and this was the first few days na nag-OMAD ako. Tapos, nung dinner time, kumakain na yung mga bata. So, iniisip kong kumain ulit. Right? Kasi for the most part, lagi kami sabay ng mga batang kumain. Pero, at the back of my head, iniisip ko din, hindi naman ako gutom. So, paano yun, right? Like, how does this work? Ang maganda sa OMAD and like other intermittent fasting protocols, it's very flexible. So, I missed yung dinner na yun at the time. So, nakapagkwentuhan lang ako sa mga bata. Pero, yung mga nakaraang weekend, in-adjust ko na yung OMAD ko. Kasi, I'm not sure if you're a dad like me. Right? I'm a single dad. So, most of the time yung dinner, sa weekend lang nangyayari yun. Either Saturday or Sunday. Simply because, Monday to Friday, panggabi. So, hindi ko sila nasasabayan pag-dinner. So, pagdating ko naman sa bahay, either nakapasok na sila, di ba? Or tulog pa. So, hindi ko rin sila nasasabayan for breakfast. So, very important sa akin yung weekend, yung dinner sa weekend. And again, yung flexibility ng intermittent fasting and yung OMAD actually allowed me to do that. So, after a week, napansin ko, hindi naman pala ako nagugutom throughout the day. Lalo na kasi nag-focus ako sa meat, eggs, and fats. So, kasi pag nag-OMAD ka, pag binasa mo yung mga references, right? So, marami yan eh. So, may keto, may low carb, kung ano-ano. Yung sa akin kasi yung ginawa ko carnivore. Carnivore yung preference ko, right? So, normally, I just eat meat, eggs, and fats. So, when I say fat, animal fats, butter, avocado, so yung mga ganun. Pero zero carbs na. So yung energy level ko, like what I mentioned, right? Hindi naman siya bumaba. Actually, mas okay nga siya kasi wala na yung mga afternoon crashes kasi hindi naman ako nagla-lunch, right? Normally kasi sa gabi ako nakakain. So, hindi siya peaks and valleys, right? So, very stable yung energy ko throughout the day. Tapos, yung gusto ko doon, ang dami ko na-save na time. Simply because, hindi na ako pipila sa cafeteria or lalabas para kumain, right? So, 1 hour saved na rin yun for the day, right? So, if you think about it, in a month, I saved around 20 to 22 hours in a month. So, just imagine kung nasa corporate world ka or kahit anong industry ka. Imagine mo, anong pwede mong gawin with an extra 22 20 to 22 hours in a day. And we're just talking about lunch break. We're just talking about lunch break. So hindi pa natin pinag-uusapan dito yung time na na-save mo before ka pumasok or pagka-uwi mo, depende kung kailan mo ginagawa yung OMAD mo. No? Tapos, lastly, ang pinaka-gusto ko sa experience ko was the weight loss. So obviously, dahil 1 meal a day ako, tapos ang kinakain ko lang is meat, eggs, and fats, ang bilis nung weight loss. Natuwa ako sa kanya kasi yung diet na yun worked for me. Bumaba yung blood sugar ko. That's one. Second, I lost weight. And I lost weight fast. You know, and dire-diretso siya. After a couple of weeks, yung sinasabi nga, I lost like 6-7 pounds. After noon, on a regular, parang a day or two, I would lose like 1 pound. Like, ganun lang siya kabilis. And mabilis tingin ko nung una simply because water weight, right? Kasi bumababa nga yung sugar level, yung na-hold yung tubig sa katawan ko nun, medyo nilabas ko. You know, that's the reason why feeling ko mabilis yung weight loss. Pero it was amazing. Yung weight loss na yun was enough to keep me motivated to actually do the diet more, you know? So which was good. Now, here's the thing, bro. How do we prepare to go OMAD, right? Kung it's something na iniisip mong gawin, right? Paano mo siya gagawin ng tama? Right? That's the question. So, kasi pag iniisip mo, maraming tao na gumawa ng OMAD, nag-iisip gumawa ng OMAD, tapos they just jump into it, right? Tapos some previous behavior nila, they were eating like 5 times a day. Tapos biglang once a day ka na lang kakain, isang oras ka lang pwedeng kumain. And honestly, I think yun yung biggest mistake ng karamihan. So ito yung ginawa ko, no? Step by step ito yung ginawa ko, you know, just to help you out, just in case you're thinking about, you know, getting into this diet or getting into this intermittent fasting, no? yung feeding schedule na to. So before I even started intermittent fasting, I started eliminating my snacks. So mahilig kasi akong mag-snack dati. Right? Isa akong, not proud to say it, pero isa akong couch potato at the time. So pag uwi ko, ang sarap lang ng feeling na umiinom ka ng soft drinks, kumakain ka ng fast food, burger, or any chips or what have you. Especially over the weekend. Naalala ko at the time, I was renting tapos townhouse yun sa may Muntinlupa, and may malapit na burger joint. Hey Ho Burger, I think was the name. And grabe ang sarap ng burger nila. It's in Park Homes. Kung bukas pa yung burger joint na yun, shout out to sa burger joint, and ang sarap ng burger niya. And you know, nung every weekend, and ito yung time na hindi ko pa alam na na diabetic ako. Parang halos every weekend I would go there and you know, and buy their burgers, you know, their meal. Tapos dadalhin ko sa bahay. Tapos habang nanonood ako ng TV, you know, I would just munch through it. So, nung nalaman ko may diabetes na ako, alam ko na yung challenges ko, yung pain points ko, right? So, basically, I eliminated all the snacks. Mahirap siya kasi it's a habit di ba? Pero I slowly worked on that first. Even before ako nag-intermittent fasting, no? So, sinigurado ko lang, you know, I was eating 3 times a day. Wala pang restrictions noon. Pero walang snacks, no? Tapos, after noon, step 2, ginawa ko, I slowly cut out on carbs, no? Hindi agad-agad, unti-unti, you know, parang ginawa ko dun sa snacks ko. So, unang ginawa ko, funny story, malakas kasi ako magkanin. Kasi alam mo naman dito sa atin sa Philippines, right? Yung mga Filipino, sabi nga ng mga bata, rice is life, right? Naalala ko yung tatay ko, sinasabi niya dati sa akin, nung bata ako, no? Hindi daw matalino ng pusa yung pinggang ko. It's a saying dito sa amin sa Batangas. And ang ibig lang sabihin nun, sobrang laki yung volume ng pagkain na nakalagay sa plato ko, ang dami. And massive talaga akong magkanin and mag-ulam. Kasi iba, mahilig na sa kanin, iba mahilig na sa ulam. Ako mahilig ako sa dalawa, kanin at ulam. So, ginawa ko nun, kailangan ko unti-unti. So, hindi ko kayang biglain simply because maninibago na gusto yung katawan ko. And I know I would eventually fail if I do that. So, I did it gradually. So, ang ginawa ko, kumuha akong takalan. Yung pang sukat lang ng rice, no? Para makita kung ilan. So, amazingly, sa isang kainan, isang setting wherein I would say busog ako. Yung talagang busog, you know. Nakaka 8 cups ako ng kanin. Nakakahiya man sabihin, nakakahiya mang aminin, pero 8 cups ng kanin yun. Then eventually, I cut it down, right? So hindi ko siya binigla. So from 8 cups, ginawa kong 7.5, until I worked my way down up until 0. Paunti-unti lang, ginagawa ko lang nun half rice ang tanggal ko, half rice. So yun yung mga tinanggal ko lang. Tapos again, yung ibang mga carbs, tinanggal ko na, vegetables, even vegetables and fruits, hindi agad ako kumain. So nung time na yun, meat, pero kanin, sobrang daming kanin, right? Which leads me to step 3. Ang isang immediate na tinanggal ko ng carbs was the sugary drinks. So wala nang soft drinks, wala nang juices, wala nang ganun. So it's just tubig and black coffee. And grabe yung experience ko sa black coffee. Kasi naalala ko one time yung mga, nung bata ako, yung mga tao dito sa amin sa probinsya, uso pa nun yung hindi pa naman uso yung social media nun eh. So, nangyayari niya sa madaling araw, around 5:30, especially pagka may harvest sa bukid, people would gather, ganyan, yung mga kasama mo sa trabaho, kasama mo sa pag-ani, right? And mahilig sila sa kape. Tapos yung lola ko, naalala ko, pag nagsisigang siya ng kape, wala yung asukal. So, barako, walang asukal. Tapos, alam mo, kasi kukuha ng kape, ikaw nang bahala maglagay ng asukal mo. Which I think is, a very smart thing to do. Kasi nga, baka mapatamis o baka mapakla, right? So, at least yung taong iinom ng kape, ikaw na maglagay ng asukal mo. Nung time na yun, nag-switch ako sa black coffee, doon ko na-realize, yung Nescafe pa, right? Grabe palang pait niya. Grabe pala yung tapang, talagang gising, no? And doon ko na-realize, kaya pala maraming tao ang fan ng ganong klaseng coffee in the morning simply because, really wakes you up. No? Pero yun yung step 3, just eliminating those sugary drinks, no? And just sticking to black coffee and water or tea if, yun yung trip mo. Tapos, nung okay na ako dun, I started my intermittent fasting. So, I started with an 8-hour fasting window. So, 16-8. So, ibig sabihin nun, I went from 8 hours na... sorry. Before pala mag 16-8. Sorry, my bad. I started with an 8-hour fasting window. 8 hours lang. So, nangyari nun, hindi lang ako kumakain for 8 hours. Right? Alam ko sobrang liit nun, di ba? Pero, I slowly extended it. So, from 8 hours, ginawa kong 12 hours yung fasting ko. Tapos, umabot siya na from 12, naging 14. I added 2 hours, right? Pero yung mga sumunod, puro 2 hours na lang yung dagdag ko. Kasi initially, when I went from 8 hours to 14, medyo nahirapan ako, nahilo ako eh. Nahilo ako nung first time I did it. Naalala ko, napahiga talaga ako, nahilo ako. Feeling ko, bumaba ng todo yung sugar ko and all that. And at the time, alam ko na diabetic ako nun eh. So, after that, nung natawid ko na yung 12, right? Nung umabot na ng 12, puro 2 hours na lang yung dinagdag ko. Simply because I was just afraid na baka mahilo or something. Pero eventually, umabot ako doon sa 23-hour mark. At yun, doon na ako nag-start mag-OMAD. And nung nag-breach ko yun, I went na to step 6. Yung step 6 ko is by the time na nag-commit na ako sa OMAD, as in wala na akong kinakain carbs. As in zero na talaga siya. Walang kanin, walang any carbs na may isip mo, I ditched it. As in wala na. As in wala na siya. It actually helped me, no? It helped me a lot. Especially because I'm a type 2 diabetic. So, yun yung ginawa ko, and I hope it's going to help you also, if you're considering doing intermittent fasting, and especially OMAD. Ngayon, let's talk about yung mga common pitfalls ng OMAD. Kasi marami naman talagang sumasabit dito if they're doing it, right? So, una, tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, jumping into OMAD too fast. Yung hindi ka naman sanay mag-OMAD, yung normal yung kain mo, yung 5, 6, 7 times ka na kainin a day, may midnight snack ka pa, tapos all of a sudden, may napanood kang video, bukas tatanong ka na sa, oh, okay, OMAD na ako. I'm pretty sure, bibilang ka lang ng ilang araw no. Wala na yun. Right? Balik ka na sa dating lifestyle mo. So, ang pwede mong gawin doon, kung nandun ka na, is take it gradually. Ang advice ko lang doon is to take it gradually. Unti-untiin mo, sanayin mo yung katawan mo, train your body, build your habit, right? Before ka pumasok doon sa OMAD, right? Next pitfall is yung eating junk or carb heavy food during your one meal. So, just imagine, one meal ka na, 23 more ka na, 23 hours mark ka na, tapos bigla mong ginawa, kumain ka ng isang damakbak na kanin, nag-saging mangga ka pa, panghimagas, ganyan, may soft drinks ka pa on the side. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to work. Kasi mangyayari nun, pag ano nang ginawa mo, after a couple of hours, trust me when I tell you, gutom ka na ulit. So, mabibreak nun yung OMAD mo. So, eating carbs, right, doesn't really help you even if you're eating it once a day. Kasi eventually, gutom talaga yung aabutin mo. Right? And hindi mo masusundan yung OMAD. Third pitfall is, marami nag-OMAD na hindi masyadong uminom ng tubig. Alam ko, it's pretty basic, right? Hindi ka uminom ng tubig. Pero, marami tayong taong ganun. Pag nag-OMAD ka, you need to be hydrated enough to make sure na hindi ka naggutom, hindi ka bumaba yung energy, kasi yun yung pwede mo take it, right? So, water, black coffee, or tea. Right? Pero maraming ganun. So, if you're considering doing OMAD, you need to keep hydrated, and you need to make sure you're drinking a lot of water, a lot of liquid. And next pitfall is, may mga tao kasing, gusto na mag-OMAD for certain reasons. Like, may tropa ako, nag-OMAD siya simply because gusto niyang, sasama siya sa kasal, best man siya. He wants to fit well do sa kanya yung suit, right? So, nag-OMAD siya, tapos during his one meal, konti pa yung kinakain niya. So, technically, hindi rin niya natagalan yung OMAD. So, anong nangyari sa kanya is bumalik siya dun sa 16-8. Okay naman. I mean, he was losing weight, pero hindi niya kinaya yung OMAD. From my experience kasi, if you're doing OMAD, you need to eat until you're full. As in busog. Now, I just want to reiterate, I just want to advise people, pagka doon sa diet na ginagawa ka, if you're eating meat, eggs, and fat, pag carnivore ka, hindi mo masyadong mararamdaman yung bloat ng tiyan mo. Unlike, alam mo yun, pag kumakain ka ng kanin, di ba? Pagka kumain ka ng kanin, feeling mo puputok na yung tiyan mo, uy, oh my God, busog na ako, tigil na ako kumain. Pero kasi on a carnivore diet, you don't feel that eh. Pero at least, automatically titigil ka. Alam mo, satisfied ka na without that bloating feeling. So, ang advice ko lang doon, na if you're doing OMAD, eat until you're full. Huwag kang magpapakute. Huwag kang magpapakute sa meal mo kasi isang beses ka na nga lang kakain. nagpa-cute ka pa. So I'm sure hindi ka tatagal ng 2 linggo sa OMAD, no? And the last one is, giving up too soon, right? First few days, hirap talaga. Um, Hirap kasi hindi sa gutom. It's because out of habit. Yung nasanay kang kumain ng madalas. So you basically quit. No? So sanay ka sa 2-3 beses ka kumakain, bigla ka nag-OMAD, oh my God, you quit too soon. You need to realize na your body needs time to actually adapt to the new protocol, right? So, ang solution nun is give yourself at least 2 weeks. Pahirapan talaga yung sa una. Pero after that, mag-adjust na yung body mo. Just, basically trust the process, right? Speaking of trust the process, kung gusto mo ng more tips like this, practical, walang bullshit, straight to the point, I have a weekly newsletter na puro insights about health, wealth, and relationships for Filipino men like us. No? So, free to, no strings attached. Just sign up sa Google form na nakalink sa description below. Every week may dating sa inbox mo na pwede mo nang gamitin agad. So, walang spam, walang fluff, pure value lang, So, if you want scroll down, sign up, and I'll be sending you that newsletter. No? And also, last na lang is, kung ready ka na mag-dive deeper into losing weight, if you're ready to do that, I've actually written a book na available sa Rocket PH in sa Gumroad. Dito ko sinulat yung mga lessons, strategies, mindset shifts na kailangan mo as a 40-year-old man and para mabawasan yung timbang mo. Kasi medyo iba na yung katawan natin compared to the people or men in their 20s. No? So basically, this book is practical, honest, and just real talk lang. So links in the description below. If you want to purchase the book. So yan mga friend, so that's my OMAD journey. So hindi siya magic, hindi siya madali, pero it works, right? So if you prepare properly, if you're patient with yourself, and if you focus on quality over convenience, I think this will work for you too. So hindi to for everyone, okay? So I'm not advocating lahat tayo mag-OMAD, kasi hindi naman to pang lahat ng tao. But if you're thinking about it, if you're curious, if you want to try something that could change how you feel, diba, every single day, start small, be consistent and trust yourself. So if you find this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and drop a comment below. So gusto ko marinig yung mga thoughts mo about this. And if may tanong ka, just ask. So, hanggang dito na lang. Maraming salamat for watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you on the next one. Bye.